from the WKBN First News Network, home of the High School Football Big 22 Award. Celebrating 25 years of live television sports in the Valley, this is the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Sponsored by Stadium GM and Sheely's.
High School Football Game of the Week coming to you live from Arrowhead Stadium, one of the most highly anticipated matchups of the entire season as the undefeated Girard Indians play host to the Poland Bulldogs, who check in at 6-1. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski alongside Ralph Sandy. Boy, this is the game everybody's talking about. Everybody's all fired up for this one. What gives this evening here in Week 8?
Well, I tell you what, you have two well-prepared, well-coached football teams coming into this game on a roll for both of these teams, and it's the offense where both of these teams find their strength. So it's going to be a good matchup here tonight. Very excited about it, and you talked about it. I think I've had more questions this week. Are we doing this game or not, than any other game in recent memory. So a lot of people are excited about it. The stands are full. Hopefully a lot of people watching, and I'm excited about it.
Girard won the toss and will receive. We're all ready to get this thing underway here on this Friday night in week number 8. Glad you're with us. This is the 7th year in a row that Girard and Poland have faced off. The Bulldogs have taken each of the past 6 meetings in the head-to-head series. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. That potent Girard offense will get the football to start. It'll be Mario Lipinski, Jeremiah Hunter back deep to return. And they're joined by Tremaine Kennedy. And the ball will be booted away by Aiden Varanches, who has a cannon for a leg. And Varanches is a line drive boot that will be picked up and taken across the 15-yard line. This is Hunter near side, 35, 40, 45, and he got spun down at the 49-yard line, wrapped up by Poland's Ashton Sattarelli. But an outstanding start on special teams for Girard, as Hunter has tremendous speed, and he showed it right there.
Yeah, he was able to get to the outside. Sattarelli with probably a touchdown-saving tackle right there. And, you know, this potent Girard offense starts on the other side of the 50.
Girard offense averaging 50.6 points per game. The quarterback is A.J. Pearson. He rolls and throws. It's complete to Lipinski. Lipinski puts the ball out. He picked up about 3 yards on the play. And Pearson has been amazing, as has been Lipinski. We'll see this a lot here tonight. Girard will go most times without a huddle, so it'll be quickly back to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Pearson, the coach's son, now pitches it to the near side. This is Lipinski. Lipinski got knocked down, but not before he works his way inside the 40 and is tackled at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, you know, you talked about it. You have a sophomore, a quarterback, a freshman in Lipinski who does a little bit of everything for this team. Very impressive young player. And they find as many ways as possible to get him the football.
Quarterback draw. This is Pearson muscling his way down to the 36-yard line. Girard toppled South Range 56-35 in week 7. Pearson threw for 351 yards and 6 touchdowns. And the freshman that we've already talked about, Mario Lipinski, 8 receptions, a $197, and 3 touchdowns. This is a Girard team that spreads the wealth, so to speak. Pearson looking to throw under duress. He threw. It's incomplete. There was big-time pressure from Poland, coming courtesy of Pano Tsipolitas. And it'll be 3rd down and 8 upcoming. And Tsipolitas was shot out of a cannon. He was in hot pursuit.
And that's what Poland's defense is going to have to do. When they get Pearson out of the pocket, when he's rolling left or right, you're going to have to get pressure on him. He has good speed. Zipolita shows good speed there and closing on him.
3rd down and 8 from the 36-yard line. A.J. Pearson looks to throw. All kinds of time. He is flushed. Pearson throws on the run and is caught for a first down, but there's a flag down. Pass reception made by Joey Algiers. But let's check it out. A referee, Jeff Davis.
75 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Hold called against Tommy Schmidt. So that wipes away the first down and makes this 3rd down scenario more challenging for the Indians.
And even though this play is coming back, I think you see a little bit what makes this offense so potent is the fact that A.J. Pearson is able to roll out of the pocket, stay calm, just a sophomore like we talked about, and buy as much time as he can before delivering that pass. Unfortunately for Girard, that's coming back.
Lipinski comes in motion, left to right. Pearson looks to go back to the air. Pearson all day to throw. He heaves it downfield, and it is knocked away, incomplete. Outstanding coverage for Poland. It looks like Chase Jones knocked that one into the near sideline on 3rd and 18. But look at the protection for A.J. Pearson from the big guys up front.
And again, you see in that replay the fact that he is just scanning the field, looking for all those receivers out there, buying time, not making a silly decision, not tucking it and running it too early. That's just a great defensive play by Chase Jones.
So it'll be 4th down and 18. And it looks like the offense is going to stay out there, is it? Or no, it's a punt formation. And now we have a whistle and a timeout taken by Girard. With 10:15 to play here in the opening quarter, we'll take it as well. No score on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back to jam-packed Arrowhead Stadium. 10:15 to play here in the opening quarter. No score between Girard and Poland. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you on this Friday night here in week number 8. Girard will line up in punt formation. Mario Lipinski to kick it away. It's a high snap, and Lipinski gets a line drive kick away. It will roll into the end zone for a touchback, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Poland now. And we'll get a look at that Bulldog offense. The area's best football players are part of WKBN's Big 22. The Big 22 is sponsored by WW Heating and Air Conditioning and Northeast Ohio Impact Academy. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. These two programs have had so many players on the Big 22 over the years. And they'll likely have several more added to that list here when this season is all said and done. So we're ready to go. On 1st down, Jones comes in motion. David Exepolitis takes the snap, throws on the run. It's caught. And it's out to the 29-yard line. Gavin Seifert made the catch. The big tight end picks up a 1st down on the first offensive play for Poland.
Yeah, the thing you like about both of these teams, and we've seen Poland earlier against Hubbard this season, the fact they get a lot of different players involved there. You see the tight end Seifert coming across the formation to catch that. A lot of athletes on both of these teams really make these offenses hard to stop.
Poland piled up 323 yards of total offense in a 42-6 win over Niles back in week 7. David Exepolitis will turn, and he will give. This is Chase Jones breaking free. He has a huge pickup on another 1st down, and he's going to move the chains, it appears, once again. And so, back-to-back 1st down plays for the Bulldogs through the air, now on the ground.
Yeah, Chase Jones is one of those guys that has breakaway speed. He likes to get to the outside, had a long touchdown run against Hubbard earlier in the year. Some nice blocking up front enables him to get to the edge.
Jones, a tremendous combination of speed and power. They love his vision. Exepolitis On the keeper, sweeping the far side, puts his head down, and he got drilled as he crosses the 42 up ahead of the 43-yard line. He got knocked down by Grayson Mazeris. And it'll be a pickup of 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs, who come into this one with a record of 6-1. Poland averaging 38.6 points per game. We're expecting the scoreboard to light up here tonight. Of course, it was a low-scoring affair for us last night at Mollenkopf Stadium, just 10 total points. And Cardinal Mooney's 7-3 win over Warren G. Harding. Back to the ground, the give is to Vito Kamara. Kamara got swallowed up after a pickup of about a yard. Alan Hess Cardona is there to make the stop, and he is a young man that we're expecting some big things from. He's going to end up being Girard's all-time leading tackler with well over 400 for his career. And it will bring up a 3rd down play, 3rd and 7 for Poland. David Exipolidis trying to draw the Indians off sides, and he was able to do it with the cadence.
Encroachment. 17 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Drake McGregor called for encroachment, and that will make the 3rd down play a bit easier. 3rd down and 2. The ball is spotted at the 49-yard line of Poland. David Exipolidis under center. Will turn and give. This is Angelo Angelilli trying to power his way to move the chains. They're going to give him forward progress, it looks, to the 50-yard line, but it's not going to be enough for a 1st down. And what do you do here? You think maybe go for it? We'll see.
I mean, obviously you want to limit Girard's possessions. You don't want to keep giving that offense the ball. This point in the field, we'll see if Coach Pavlansky's willing to gamble for it. It looks like he is.
4th down and 1 from midfield. Full house in the backfield for Poland. David Exipolidis looks back towards the far sideline. Play clock down to 5. Exipolidis will turn and give. It's a run play up the middle. 1st down and a lot more inside the 45. Down to the 43-yard line. Man, strong running once again from Angelo Angelilli. I beg your pardon, that's Pano Exipolidis.
Well, what a luxury this Poland offense has to have a back like Pano Exipolidis, the big senior we've seen all over the field on defense this season. That time coming up with a big run when they needed it to convert.
He's wearing the green T-shirt underneath, symbolic of one of the real leaders for the Poland team. David Exipolidis pulls it back. He'll keep it himself, bouncing it outside, and he spins free, and he got spun down at the 31-yard line, but that's going to be enough for a Poland 1st down, as David really using the legs. They make him go. He's such a quick, fast player.
And I think the best thing he did on that play, we didn't see in that replay, boy, he puts the ball in that running back's belly and just rides that for as long as he can until he could read that defense, and that time he decided to keep it. And that was the wise decision as he picks up another 1st down.
One of the faster players that Coach Pavlansky has ever coached, according to Tom. 1st down and 10. Poland will send out 2 wide receivers to the right. Now the run play goes to Chase Jones. Jones powers his way inside the 30, and he's down near the 28-yard line for a pickup of about 3. Tommy Schmidt is there to make the tackle for Girard.
And if you're Poland, this is exactly what you want to do, Chad. You want to continue to just drive the ball down the field methodically. You want to take minutes off of this clock. Again, you want to limit the possessions this Girard offense has. But the main thing you want to do is come away with some points.
David Xipolidis takes the snap. He will turn. He will give. It's a run play to the near side. Jones pushed out of bounds, but not before he's into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Braxton Sloan shoved him out, but Poland back in business. It's a Bulldog first down.
And you see Poland attacking the middle, attacking the perimeter, doing a little bit of both, including a lot of different guys. This time back to Chase Jones on the carry. Jones just a junior. We saw him make a great defensive play on that third down play. Now coming back on this drive, 2 big runs.
First down and 10 for Poland from the Girard 14-yard line. Anthony DeLomo wide out to the left. Xipolidis turns, gives. This is Kamara cutting the corner. 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown! 14-yard touchdown run for Vito Kamara, and Poland strikes first.
Well, Kamara is just one of those players that has a knack for a big play, is a knack for getting in the end zone. Look at the blocking up front. Chase Jones, Pano Xipolidis with blocks out front, and just the speed of Kamara to get to that corner, turn the corner, and get into the end zone.
Vito Kamara getting it done. Second rushing touchdown for him on the season. Extra point try coming courtesy of Salvi Karamusa. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:21 left to play here in the opening quarter. Poland 7, Girard nothing on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Well, it was an impressive drive for the Poland Bulldogs, who have a 7-0 lead on Girard. As we welcome you back to Arrowhead Stadium, 5:21 left to play in quarter number 1. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you on this Friday night. Aiden Varanchez will kick it off for Poland. Or will it? I beg your pardon. They're changing it up. Angelilli will kick it off. And he lines it out of bounds.
Yeah, I wonder if that was going to be an onside kick or something a little bit different. That just didn't look right.
No, it didn't. But Poland looking really good on their first offensive possession, both through the air, starting the drive off with a first down, and the ground attack was pretty good as well, Ralph.
Yeah, just rotating different backs through the back, attacking the middle, especially on that big fourth down right there with Pano Xipolidis. Big play on that drive, but really everybody seemed to touch it, all their playmakers. And there you see quarterback David Xipolidis, Chase Jones with another first down run to the outside. And it's going to be Vito Kamara that capitalizes and puts the exclamation point on this drive with that touchdown.
Scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. 10 plays, 83 yards for Poland. And we have penalty markers coming from both sides, and this is going to back Girard up.
Ball start. 72 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Dylan Littell, who is easily the biggest player on the field. He stands 6'7", 310 pounds. So he's tough to miss if he moves a little bit early. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Girard from the Indian 30-yard line. Indians bring a man in motion. That's Lipinski. Here's Pearson. Up ahead to the 34-yard line. And he got knocked down as we approach the 5-minute mark.
You know, when you talk about A.J. Pearson, you talk about his numbers throwing the football, over 1,700 yards throwing the football. But I think one of the underrated parts of his games, one of the parts that we don't talk about a lot, is his ability to run the ball. He's over 700 yards rushing the ball. So he really is that dual-threat quarterback, and certainly a weapon for this Indian offense.
A.J. Pearson flushed from the pocket, still looking downfield. He throws, and it is caught. Picture perfect accuracy in the middle of the field. Braxton Sloan made the catch, and that's a Girard first down. What accuracy for the sophomore, A.J. Pearson.
Yeah, that's not a sophomore throw. Look, he throws in what you don't see in that replay is a big hit on Pearson. and he knew it was coming.
Pearson back to throw, dumps it off to the near side. Jaden Wade made the catch. And he may have lost a half yard. Pano Xipolitas made the tackle. And we had an official's timeout for a split second. And we may have a sideline warning, according to Jeff Davis. So it will be second down and 9. Indians will send out 3 wide receivers near side to the left. I asked Pat Pearson how it is, the dynamic of coaching his son. He called his son a coach's dream because he plays his tail off. He's a very unselfish player. Pearson is back to throw, pumping once, now throwing long down the right side, and it is caught! Braxton Sloan made the catch into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Indians in business and hurrying back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just delivers a strike. He had his man beat on the sidelines and just dropped it right in there.
Pearson looks to throw, dumps it off. It is caught. Wade makes the catch. Rumbles his way down inside the 10-yard line, but there's a flag down in the middle of the field, so hold the phone. Here's Jeff Davis.
Hey, ineligible receiver downfield. Number 50 on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
That's Matt Doran.
And that's hard to blame Matt Doran on that one. When you see your quarterback scrambling out there so much, you think he's probably going to run the ball, which we know he could do effectively. But A.J. Pearson always looking to make a play down the field, always looking to push the ball. At times delivered the pass, and unfortunately Matt Doran was more than a few yards down the field getting ready to block. And you see an injury, Jaden Wade that time, who caught that ball. Comes off with an injury.
So we have a 4 wide receiver set for Girard. A.J. Pearson brings Lipinski in motion. Pearson keeps it himself, slithering his way down inside the 10, and he's tackled at the 9. The ball may have come loose at the tail end of the play, but Pearson was clearly down, and so that's where they'll mark the ball at the 9. Pickup of 5. It'll be second down and 5. And Pearson was looking to have the ball snapped more quickly, and then there was some movement.
False start. 51 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Vincent Ragazine called for the false start.
Yeah, more than just Ragazine moved on that one.
Alan Hess-Cardona, the 225-pound fullback, is to the right of A.J. Pearson. Pearson gets a block, cuts it to the outside, and Pearson barreling his way down to the 6-yard line. And there's some chirping going on now, and a little extracurricular.
Just a design quarterback run. Pearson has good vision. You see him looking to the outside. Gets pushed out of bounds, and this is when the little pushing and shoving started.
Lipinski darts his way inside the 5-yard line. Ball came out, but the ball carrier was down. Angelo Angelilli made the stop for Poland. So it'll be first down and goal for Girard. A.J. Pearson awaits the snap. He will turn and give Lipinski, powering his way in for the touchdown. And the freshman picks up right where he left off last week. And that is back in the end zone. 6 more for the Indians.
Yeah, the Indians without Sam Scott tonight, their leading rusher. You put Lipinski back there, get him the ball. Nice job by that offensive line, creating a hole for him to run in. And after this extra point, we'll have a tie ball game and a heck of a game.
Extra point try coming courtesy of Maxwell Erickson. And now Jeff Davis is having a discussion with head coach Pat Pearson. And now there's a conference with one of the other officials. And Erickson now will try to tie this game up at 7. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:14 left to play here in quarter number 1. And in the game of the season, it is Poland 7, Girard 7. We expected a lot of points, and so far it's exactly what it's been, a touchdown apiece.
Yeah, you know, Girard going down 7-0, something they're not used to. You like the response, you like the confidence they come out with on this second drive, and just get it down the field, put it in the end zone.
And there's still a discussion about something. It was the second to last play.
And I don't even know if it was player related, to be honest with you. It looked like they were talking to someone on the sidelines who, after the discussion, seemed to walk away behind the end zone.
So it's unclear what that discussion was about. They eventually did kick the extra point, did the Indians, but we're in a delay here, and I'm not so sure what the delay is for. $1:48 to play here in this first quarter. So apparently it was something with the game clock that they were discussing on the field, I'm told. Back deep to return for Poland. It is Nick Natoli. It's a line drive kick, which will roll and be taken across the 15 to the 20 and down to the 23-yard line. Outstanding special teams coverage. Natoli on the return for Poland. But you have to love how Girard was able to answer right back, Ralph. They got it done through the air, through the ground, everything working. A.J. Pearson in the thick of it all.
Yeah, I think that drive right there kind of summarizes what this offense can do and has done all season, making their way to averaging over 50 points. Just a good mix of the run and pass, capitalizing at the end. Lipinski for the touchdown.
Freshman back into the end zone, 2-yard touchdown. That scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. Run play to the near side up to the 30, 35-yard line. Ahead to the 36-yard line goes Chase Jones. There's that vision on display again and that speed as well.
I'll tell you what, Vito Kamara had a pancake. Watch number 10 out in front of this play. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch it or not, but the wide receiver blocking down just absolutely put someone on their butt. We're going to miss it in this replay. Good run by Jones. But when your wide receivers are able to block like that, your run game is going to succeed for sure.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line, down to 1:34 remaining in the opening quarter. Xipolidis firing. It is caught and then dropped by Kamara as he was falling to the ground towards the far sideline. And it'll be second down and 10.
You look at this Poland offense, certainly doesn't air it out like the Girard offense, but Xipolidis is a pretty accurate passer, only thrown the ball 62 times this year. But when he does, they tend to be big plays. He's only thrown 37 times and thrown 11 touchdowns.
So second down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Poland back to work in a 7-7 game. Xipolidis takes the snap, dumps it off to the near side, and Kamara got belted, and he couldn't hang on. Coverage there by Joey Algiers. And it's 3rd and 10, and Kamara paid the price for going up for that one.
Yeah, Algiers read that perfectly. He's probably a step away from a pick six. Instead, decides to go for the solid tackle, the solid hit, breaks that up.
And it'll be 3rd down and 10. Here's another look at it.
So back-to-back passes for this Poland offense, both to Kamara, both fall to the turf.
3rd down and 10. David Xipolidis. 4 wide receivers set, looking to throw. He's flushed. He's under pressure. Xipolidis still looking downfield. Breaks 1 tackle and steps out of bounds across the 40. See where they say that he did step out. It might even be shy of the 40. And it looks like it is. They'll put the ball down at the 39-yard line. And the punt group will come out for Poland. So Poland will punt it away. Kamara gets it away. It will hit and take a Poland bounce and be picked up and taken across the 20 and up ahead just to the 21-yard line. And there wasn't a whole lot of room on the return for Braxton Sloan. WKBN's Big 22 includes the 5 blocks of granite, which honors the top high school football linemen in the Valley. It is sponsored by the Moransky Companies and by Coca's Pizza. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. So 1st down and 10 for Girard from its own 21-yard line. Algiers comes in motion. Pearson looking to throw. Pearson looking deep. Nobody home. Pearson dumps it off middle of the field looking for Cardona, but it falls incomplete. Pano Xipolidis with some outstanding pressure on Pearson, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And not just pressure, Xipolidis really hits Pearson after he releases that football. That's 2 big hits after release. No flag, no harm, no foul. But you put a couple of these on the quarterback, makes him think next time.
I spoke with Pano at practice earlier this week, and he said this is like one of those AFC North battles. So that's the way it feels like. 2 really good teams, 2 gritty teams. 2nd and 10, inside the final minute of the opening quarter. Pearson looks to throw. He pumps once. He reverses his tracks. Has an opening. Fires deep downfield, and it is incomplete. Indians looking for a flag. It was intended for Lipinski. No flag came. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Well, look at that move by Pearson. The fact he just reverses field, feels the pressure, and on the run, still puts it where it needs to be. Just thought the tail end of that replay didn't look like J.J. Fonda had early contact, but again, we're only seeing the last probably 2 seconds of that. But just the athletic ability for Pearson to even make that a play, rotating out of that pressure to his right.
3rd down and 10. From the 21-yard line, play clock is down to 3 seconds, and we have a timeout called to avoid a penalty. So the Indians take a timeout. And it's their 2nd. As Pat Pearson looks on. Spoke with him earlier this week, and he was so pleased with how hard his team is playing, but he said, look, the schedule gets tougher as we move along. We've got a really tough one here in week 8. It'll continue to stay tough, but he's proud of what they've accomplished. But he said, this is no time to celebrate. We'll celebrate after it's all over with. They have business to take care of, and that business begins here tonight with Poland.
Yeah, you look at back-to-back games, Poland, Hubbard. I mean, those are two of the toughest teams in the Northeast 8. You're going to get them back-to-back. You get Poland at home, and then you got to go to Hubbard next week. But certainly both of these teams, not just looking at a conference championship, but this game will go a long way in deciding that. Both of these teams really looking to week 10, or week 11, I should say, and the playoffs and a possible first-round bye.
Third down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Pearson back to throw. Flushed from the pocket. Reverses his tracks again. A flag is down. Pearson throws on the run. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Poland coverage provided by J.J. Fonda, who had a pick six against Hubbard earlier this season.
Decline it.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a hold against Girard. You heard him. He thinks he's going to decline it.
Holding.
Force the punt.
Offense, number 72. Penalties declined. Fourth down.
So 4th down and 10 for Girard. The coverage by that Poland defense has been pretty solid here in this opening quarter.
And I tell you what, the best friend to coverage is pressure on the quarterback, and that's something that Poland has been able to generate on that first drive and certainly here on the third drive of the game. They've been getting after A.J. Pearson, and he does a great job of scrambling, but certainly affects the play.
Vito Kamara makes the catch, cuts it to the outside, and his helmet was ripped off. He tried to still return the ball.
And we got some pushing and shoving in the middle of the field as well. Well, I thought he called for a fair catch and then took off with the ball. So we have a flag down.
DJ, hey!
They're going to talk about it. I think some of the Poland players are trying to stick up for their teammate Vito Kamara, who lost his helmet. There are multiple flags down on the field. So let's check out the call from Jeff Davis.
During the return, personal foul, face mask on a kicking team. Then we have a dead ball foul, personal foul, 72 on a kicking team. Both fouls will be enforced.
And another flag has been thrown. Pat Pearson.
They've already got 30 yards in penalties. I don't think they need 45, but we're going to see what happens here.
Now the flag came as Jeff Davis was announcing those two personal foul penalties against Girard. And so,
Live ball, dead ball, enforce them both.
so that will be 30 yards in penalties. The first quarter clock says 0.
And I think that third flag, they're going to give Coach Pearson a sideline warning, so it's not going to be any yardage.
Okay.
I just heard the tail end of that call.
So is this the end of the quarter? So we'll go to a timeout. We're back after this, tied at 7 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back. Poland and Girard all tied up at 7. We've had a lot of flags here in the last few moments. And the clock says we're starting the second quarter, which we think it is, but Poland is still where it would have been in the first quarter. From the Girard 23-yard line, Xipolidis will turn and give. It's a run play down inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. The Bulldogs continuing to pile up that yardage. Alan Hess-Cardona there to make the tackle.
I think everyone's a little confused here as far as where we're at in the ball game.
Perhaps an
And now we're done with the first quarter.
So now the first quarter is in the books. One untimed down, evidently. And so we'll keep it here as we're tied at 7. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. Well, an interesting first quarter. Both of these teams flexing their muscles, both on the offensive side. We've seen some solid coverage defensively as well. What are your impressions of this first quarter and how things have played out?
Well, if you're Poland and you're playing a team that's averaging almost 51 points a game and you hold them to 7 in the first quarter, I think you'll take that all day. You come up with 2 stops defensively. I think for Girard in that first quarter, we saw glimpses of what they could do, right? I mean, that second drive, they pretty much did whatever they wanted through the air, on the ground. They're going to need to do more of that moving forward. A lot of penalties. I think both of those teams in the first quarter were sloppy, and we'll see who can clean that up here in the second quarter.
If you're just joining us in the first quarter, Poland would open up the scoring. This is Vito Kamara with a 14-yard touchdown run. Bulldogs with the early 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Mario Lipinski into the end zone. The freshman with a 2-yard touchdown run. That would tie things up at 7, where we are presently. So now we're all set for the second quarter. Poland trying to punch in another. Zipolitas turns and gives. It's a run play over the right side. They've been spreading the wealth in terms of giving the ball to multiple different players. It's Chase Jones that time.
Yeah, when you look at the stat sheet and you look at that Poland rushing attack, so many different guys have over 150, 200 yards rushing. Chase Jones, who had that last carry, is their leading rusher coming into this one, but you're right, they do spread it out.
Zipolitas takes the snap. He will reverse his tracks, come back to the near side, and he's cut down at the 7-yard line. Braxton Sloan up from his defensive back spot to make the stop, and it'll be second down and goal for Poland.
Yeah, that's a good play by Sloan to stay home, not get caught up in that motion to the right, and be able to make that tackle on Zipolitas. If he doesn't, I imagine Zipolitas gets to that pylon in the front of the end zone.
So second down and goal upcoming. It is Chase Jones to the right of David Zipolitas. They will give it to Kamara, sweeping the far side. Kamara swallowed up and dropped at the 10-yard line. Vincent Ragazine made the stop, and that will set up third down and goal.
You're going to see Kamara try to come back to the middle. Ragazine does a great job. That's a D lineman making first contact and grabbing Kamara. Other people may get credit with that tackle, but Ragazine is the one who really did a good job stopping the progress of Kamara, and that was a big third down here.
Third down and goal from the 10-yard line for Poland. David Zipolitas takes the snap, rolling to the near side, firing, end zone, almost intercepted. Oh my, almost picked by Lipinski, as that was right in his grasp, a prime opportunity. And now we'll have a field goal attempt of 27 yards coming for Poland to try and give the Bulldogs a 3-point lead. It's Salvi Karamusa from the right hash. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and it's through. There's a flag down, and it's a false start. I think the kicker moved prematurely. So that's going to make it an even more difficult field goal attempt.
Yeah, and you look at that last kick, it didn't have 5 yards to spare. Karamusa hits that from that far hash, and he's going to have to put a little more into it here
Karamusa 2 for 2 on field goal attempts. His long is 43 yards. This from 32 yards out. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is no good. And the Girard defense has held here in the second quarter. We'll be back after this. Tied at 7 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Plenty of pink in the stadium here tonight. Of course, in honor of breast cancer awareness. Blocking out cancer, battling cancer, all a tremendous cause. 1st and 10 for Girard, and the Indians will go to the ground. And this one is up near the 25-yard line on the carry. It's Jeremiah Hunter. Of course, the Indians are without their starting running back, Sam Scott, who has a shoulder injury. Downfield, this one is caught! Braxton Sloan was that close to busting this one for a touchdown, but it was a shoestring tackle, and Girard quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Pearson not wasting any time whatsoever. 4 wide receivers set. Pearson now with a flag coming from the far side.
And you look back to that long that long pass just moments ago. Girard really caught Poland not set on defense. They still had guys standing up, and they almost do here again. I'm not sure why the whistle blew, unless Poland called a timeout.
Poland takes a timeout with 9:27 left to play here until halftime in a ball game that we are all tied up at 7 in. Following tonight's action, be sure to join Stan Boney for the WKBN Plus post-game show. He'll have scores, highlights, and a complete recap of tonight's action exclusively on WKBN Plus. Download WKBN Plus today, available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV.
Yeah, you see Coach Pearson talking to the officials out there. He wondered why that wasn't a flag. They threw the flag, gave him the timeout. He's saying he gave it to him after. You get a free play right there. And no matter what happens, you're still getting yardage from the penalty. So I think he's upset that they gave them the timeout. And we don't know, obviously, from up here when that timeout was called, before or after that flag. And you wonder if it was the same official that threw the flag that gave him the timeout. But that Poland defense having trouble getting set. Girard going at race car speed here. And there you see 71 running off.
Run play up the middle. That is Jeremiah Hunter. Angelo Angelilli there to make the tackle for Poland. A.J. Pearson dumps it off to the far side. Catch is made by Wade, and he got spun down inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Nick Natoli made the stop. Third down and 4 upcoming for Girard. A.J. Pearson will call his own number, puts his head down as another flag is thrown by Jeff Davis, and it's in the area of a hold in all likelihood.
And you saw right there how athletic A.J. Pearson is. Colt Arnold had him dead to rights in the backfield for probably a 3 or 4 yard loss. He was just able to shake him.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense.
That's a face mask.
That's the distance to the goal, first down.
Against Poland, so that's going to be more than enough for a Girard first down as the Indians move in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. And they'll put the ball down inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A.J. Pearson brings a man in motion, left to right. Pearson rolling, firing. It is caught. 10, 5. Lipinski spun down inside the 5, down at the 1-yard line.
Nick Natoli slow to get up, and he was to be on coverage, in coverage that time. Not sure what happened to him, but as soon as Lipinski makes that catch, there's really nobody there. You see Natoli on the ground right there in the background.
And we have an official's timeout, as I think we had an injured Bulldog that needed to be attended to, and so the official called timeout. Let's take a look at it here.
I mean, that just looks like a block from that wide receiver down, and probably good timing. Caught Natoli off guard, put him on the ground, and there you see him getting some medical help there on the Poland sidelines.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for Girard. A.J. Pearson and the Indians trying to take the lead here in quarter number 2. Pearson straight up the middle, powering in for the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run for A.J. Pearson. Girard takes the lead here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, and I think when you look at that drive, Chad, it was all about pace. It was all about tempo, keeping that Poland defense on their heels, and that time on that touchdown, it's just all about power.
Maxwell Erickson on for the extra point for Girard, trying to make it a 14-7 Indians advantage. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. 7:47 left to play here until halftime. It's Girard 14, Poland 7 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. 7:47 left to play here in the second quarter. Girard 14, Poland 7 here in Week 8 of the high school football season. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy back with you. Poland now awaits the kick. Back deep for the Bulldogs. Chase Jones and Vito Kamara. Indians set to give it a ride. And the ball is teed up by Zach Leedy. Poland looking to bounce back and answer. Leedy. A low line drive squib kick, which is picked up by Caleb Scott. And Scott got whacked and spun backwards as he pushed his way ahead to the 35-yard line. Grayson Mazeras was there to make the tackle on special teams. But that Girard offense flexing its muscles through the air. A pinpoint accurate pass to Braxton Sloan, and then Pearson distributing it once again. Came close to a touchdown pass here to Mario Lipinski, and then Pearson punched it in for another touchdown run, which is his 17th on the season. That scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. 1st and 10 for Poland from the Bulldog 33-yard line. David Xipolidis takes the snap, gives it to Chase Jones, cutting the corner, 35-40. Jones, first down, and he got whacked out of bounds. Knocked out by A.J. Pearson, who's getting it done on both sides of the ball.
Poland runs here on the first play. Keep in mind that last offensive drive for Poland, 3 straight passes. This time they start with their strength, and that's the run game, and Chase Jones having a good game here early on for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10 from the Poland 45-yard line. Chase Jones remains in at running back. David Xipolidis takes the snap. He will keep it himself, bouncing it to the near side, cutting the corner, cuts it back upfield to the 50. And he got spun down. A.J. Pearson was among those right there to bring him down as well. A second straight play.
Yeah, Pearson's such a quality player. I mean, you saw what he could do, and we've seen all season what he could do on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, on defense, he's all over the place as well. And the fact that he's just a sophomore, you know, you talked about his dad and his head coach saying that he's a pleasure to coach. You could see why.
He told me, he said, it's all coach player on Friday night. And he said, then we get in the car and we're on our way home and we transition back to son and father. 2nd down and 4. Tsipolidis turns, gives. Chase Jones pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line, about a yard shy of a Poland first down. It'll be 3rd and a little more than a yard.
We saw earlier in that first quarter when Poland needed a yard, they went to Pano Tsipolidis, the big fullback. We'll see if they go back to him in this point.
They move the ball back another additional yard, so it'll make it more of a 3rd down and 2 play for Poland. Bulldogs come out with a tight formation. Lots of big bodies. They give it to Jones. Jones breaks a tackle. A 1st down and more, rumbling down inside the 40 and down to the 36-yard line. A late flag has been thrown as well, and it's going to be a personal foul of some form or fashion. See if it's a face mask.
Personal foul. Offense number 6. Dead ball foul. Dead ball foul. 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st and 10.
It's called on Angelo Angelilli of Poland. It is a dead ball foul, so they'll take the result of the play and then move it back 15.
And that doesn't take it away that the Chase Jones run right there for that 1st down. It looked like he was going to be held for a loss, and boy, he just cut it back to the middle, picked up that 1st down. Not sure what went on after that with Angelilli.
1st down and 10 now from the 49-yard line for Poland. David Tsipolidis on the keeper, spun down after a very short pickup of 2 yards. Alan Hess-Cardona made the stop for Girard.
And you look at Hess-Cardona's numbers coming into this game. He's on pace for 100 tackles this year, and just a physically dominating player on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd down and 8. Remember, it will be Poland getting the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so if somehow the Bulldogs are able to score here in the final 5:17, they'll get it to start that 3rd quarter. Run play goes to Chase Jones. Good pursuit. He ran into his own teammate. Somehow stayed on his feet and barreled ahead for a couple of more yards.
Well, you don't see that. Chase Jones goes right into Angelo Angelilli, number 6, who's blocking for him. He basically picks him up and turns him around and says, keep running.
Gave him a little push from the backside as well.
Redirects him.
Jones already piling up the rushing numbers for Poland. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Tsipolidis throwing deep downfield, and it is caught inside the 20, down inside the 15-yard line, into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Pete Zumas made the catch, and what a big play for Poland.
Yeah, that time David Tsipolidis goes for the big play, and Zumas down the field had his brother Pano in the flat for a sure 1st down. Instead, he went for the bigger play and successful.
Poland into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Bulldogs now have it at the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10. Chase Jones, the running back. Tsipolidis will keep it himself, cutting it back upfield, and he was swarmed upon and shoved back and dropped. And there was a lot of black helmets.
Yeah, you think back to the last time Poland was down here around the 10-yard line. I think that's when Girard's defense really stepped up and held them to that field goal try. And again, here on 1st down, doing the same thing, just tighten up, not allowing much.
Warming up on the sideline, the Poland kickers. 2nd down and 9. Bulldogs bring a man in motion. Zipolitis turns and gives it to Jones. He's to the 10. Cut down at the 6-yard line. Braxton Sloan made the stop. Alan Hess-Cardona was also there for Girard as we approach the 3-minute mark of this second quarter. And it'll be 3rd down upcoming for Poland from the 6-yard line. Poland will need to get inside the 2 for a 1st down. On 3rd down and 6. Bulldogs will toss it. This is Jones up the field, spinning free and muscling in for the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run for Chase Jones, and Poland indeed answers back.
And I think for the Bulldogs, you needed that touchdown, right? You weren't going to settle for another field goal attempt, especially against this offense. And Jones, who's had a heck of a first half, puts it into the end zone.
5th rushing touchdown of the season for Jones. Now the extra point try coming courtesy of Salvi Karamusa. Trying to tie things up at 14. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:29 left to play here until halftime, and we are all tied up at 14. Boy, exactly as we thought it would be, back and forth. These two teams getting it done here in week 8.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look up there at the clock and I see 2:29, and I know Girard, with that pace that they showed, especially on that last drive, that's plenty of time. They do only have one timeout, so that's something to keep in mind. But not only are they high octane, they're high tempo as well, and prepared for situations like this 2-minute drill.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye, they can very easily, the Indians that is, race right down the field. This passing attack is so potent, as it has shown all season long. Following tonight's action, we will select a player of the game. It's one player that has made the greatest impact during our game of the week. Our Player of the Game award is sponsored by Eastwood Mall, Stadium GM, and Soup City Designs. Okay. Poland doing an outstanding job rushing the football. Chase Jones, Ralph, a very active part of what the Bulldogs have been able to get together. And then, just when they lull you to sleep with the ground attack, they go to the air, the connection to Zumas, and Chase Jones polishes things off. 6-yard touchdown run. That scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. Ten plays, 67 yards. Hayden Vranchez is going to kick the football off. It's a deeper kick this time, which is taken across the 20. This is Hunter, 25 to the 30, out to the 32-yard line, and he got stacked up. Ashton Sattarelli, among others, was there to make sure he didn't break free. So it'll be 1st down and 10. So I think they're going to put a little bit of extra time up on the clock. And they will. Looks like 2:19 back up on the clock. So A.J. Pearson back to work with an empty backfield, looking to go to the air. He's flushed from the pocket. Pearson still looking downfield. He fires, And it is complete across the 35 to the 36. Braxton Sloan made the catch for Girard. That clock will wind down towards 2 minutes left. Mario Lipinski joins Pearson in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. There are the numbers for Pearson and counting. Into the end zone. A short touchdown run. He runs it this time up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Works his way up to the 39, just shy of the 40-yard line. Wrapped up by Noah Meinhardt. We're inside 90 seconds left. Girard has the 1 timeout remaining. Pearson trying to draw Poland off sides. Pearson up the middle. Powers his way across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. And that will be a Girard Indians first down.
And you wonder now, after that first down of this drive, that they're going to pick up the pace and try to push the ball a little bit. After that first pass, we've seen Pearson keep the ball on the ground.
First and 10 from the 44-yard line. Clock rolling, 48 seconds and counting. A.J. Pearson floats it down the near sideline. Caught! Lipinski hauled it in. He's so quick. He's small in stature, but massive in terms of the impact that he makes. And there's a flag down, however.
Yeah, they're going to add 15 yards to this. A.J. Pearson got hit late.
So that will be a personal foul for roughing the passer. And that is going to set the Indians up in beautiful shape with 42 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, I didn't catch the number of that Bulldog defender, but took an extra couple steps and late hit, and it was a late flag as well.
Girard into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. And now Poland will take a timeout. So now both sides have 1 remaining. So 42 seconds left until halftime. Boy, Girard couldn't have asked for a better situation right now.
Yeah, they decided to push the ball there after that first down, get a big completion down the sidelines, and you're able to get a 15-yard penalty on top of it. Certainly creates a huge yardage gain there. You see the penalty situation here tonight. And we've seen a lot of 15-yarders here tonight.
So 14-14 is our score. All of our scores available at WKBN.com and the WKBN app. One-stop shopping for all of your high school football needs as we approach postseason play. 4 wide receivers set for Girard. A.J. Pearson operating with an empty backfield. He looks to go to the air. Will now tuck it and run. Pearson puts his head down and barrels down to the 6-yard line. Cameron Hackstead brings him down for Poland as we're inside 30 seconds left. A.J. Pearson pitches it. Lipinski trying to bounce it to the outside. He got walloped. J.J. Fonda with a big-time hit. We're down to 9 seconds remaining.
Watch the hit by Fonda. He's going to come up from the secondary. And wow, just delivers a huge hit. Now with 9 seconds left, Girard is going to take their last time out.
So the Indians are now out of timeouts. We're down to 9 seconds remaining. (14-14). This is a pivotal point in this game, knowing that Poland will get the ball to start the third.
Yeah, and you look at where they are on the field. I think with 9 seconds left and obviously a very smart quarterback in A.J. Pearson, I think you have time for a quick shot to the end zone. I don't think you could run it here. I don't think you have that luxury. You could tackle it in bounds. The half is over. So I think you're going to see a quick pass. Quickly, a quick pass to not run out that time and then see where you're at afterwards. Maybe settle for the field goal. And I think those are the situations that Coach Pearson talking to his team about right there. You got to be smart with those 9 seconds.
And so, as I look at the stat sheet, it looks like their kicker Erickson has not attempted a field goal. Hasn't needed to. They score touchdowns.
Right. But he has had a lot of extra points, and that's about the area of the field that they're on if need be.
So it is 1st and goal from the 4 with 9 seconds left. Jeremiah Hunter joining Pearson in the backfield. Pearson back up under center, looking to throw. Pearson firing, end zone, and it is incomplete. Wow, with 2 seconds left, Braxton Sloan, they say, was juggling it as he went out. Here's another look at it.
Yep, I mean, that's a good call. The officials right there. Pearson had his guy open. Sloan just unable to secure it in bounds. And now with 2 seconds, we'll see what Coach Pearson decides to do.
And it looks like he'll leave the offense out there. And now we have a timeout called by Poland. And so now everybody is out of timeouts. This is a tense time for both head coaches.
And this shows you, if this is what they end up doing, the faith that Coach Pearson has in this offense. And, you know, you go back to that last play, Chad, and the fact that, 9 seconds left, you give your quarterback that option to throw the football. And he did exactly what he needed to do, unable to connect, but you still left time on the clock. I think that was the most important thing. And now you come back with another shot at it, and that whether you are kicking that field goal or you're going for, you at least give yourself another shot here before this half ends.
Now, if it's you, are you kicking the field goal here to guarantee? So I guess there's no guaranteed points.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it. They haven't had that luxury of kicking a lot of field goals. They are on that far hash. You wonder if that's a concern. But with the offense that's averaging over 50 points a game, you got to put your trust in that unit, and that's what they're going to do right here.
So here we go. 2 seconds left here in the second quarter. A.J. Pearson brings a man in motion. Pearson fakes the handoff. He'll roll to the near side. Pearson looking. He will run it. And he got drilled at the 1-yard line. What a stop for Poland. Pearson looked like he was going to barrel his way in, but that Bulldog defense said no way.
Boy,
here it is.
Yeah, he takes a hit here at the goal line. I know Kamara is one of those guys that comes up. There's 2 of them. The other one might be J.J. Fonda again. Boy, what a way to end the half.
Wow. Poland faithful loving life. What a way to end that first half. We are where we were when we started. We're all tied up. This time it's 14 apiece. We'll begin our halftime festivities. When we come back, you're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Here in Girard, we're all set for the third quarter. Glad you're with us on this Friday night here in week number 8. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. It will be Poland getting its hands on the football to start this third quarter. Back deep to return, Chase Jones along with Vito Kamara. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. It's a premier matchup in the Northeast 8 Conference. Zach Leedy has the ball all teed up as the temperature has really dropped, starting to get chilly now. Feeling like football weather. Leedy set to make the approach. And it's a low line drive kick picked up at the 34, across the 35, across the 40. Ahead to the 42-yard line goes one of the up men for Poland. And that is where the Bulldogs will have it. First down and 10 on that return. Caleb Scott. So Poland is going to open things up in this third quarter, Ralph, with great field position after coming up with a huge stop defensively on the final play of the second quarter.
And you wonder after that halftime break, can this offense really use that momentum from that stop on this offensive possession right here? Because they were certainly fired up going into half.
In motion comes Angelilli for Poland. Bulldogs keep it to the ground. It's a run play, Jones. And there's a flag that comes from the near sideline. So we'll hear from Jeff Davis. And in all likelihood, it is coming back. It'll be probably a hold. It is.
6 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Angelo Angelilli is called for holding. So they take the ball back to the 31-yard line, so that really good field position gets a bit worse here.
Yeah, when you're a running team like the Bulldogs are, getting that far behind the chains at a 1st and 20, very difficult to come back from. Going to look to this offense for a big play. We have a stoppage right now for something.
So we'll have a pseudo conference, at least through the headset, between the officials. Tom Pavlansky wants an explanation. Maybe he doesn't agree with the spot of the ball, perhaps. And he's right. So they're going to put the ball back, or maybe they're going to walk it back and then measure it. And now they'll take it back to the 35, the 32-yard line.
Measure twice, cut once, right? Isn't that what they say?
That's it. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Poland quarterback David Xipolidis awaits the snap. Clock rolling in this third quarter, and he wants to throw. He's looking downfield, firing incomplete. And a flag comes flying in as Pearson delivered a big hit. The ball was nowhere near being completed. And the flag came out immediately. That was unnecessary.
Yeah, and we've seen it on both sides here tonight. Just that extra step before you hit the quarterback, that extra step before you hit that tight end coming across the middle.
Ralph, I think they're talking about targeting now, whether it is or not.
Boy.
I saw a Girard player put his head on his hands. This is a pivotal call here. I didn't think it was targeting, but it doesn't matter what I think.
Dead ball foul. Number 2 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Okay, so we'll get another look at it.
There you just see the tail end of it. That pass intended for Gavin Seaford, and as he pulls up, as that passes over his head, takes a big shot from Pearson.
On second down, Xipolidis turns, gives, Chase Jones breaking tackles. He has a pull-in first down to the 47 of Girard.
The other thing that penalty does for you went from a 1st and 20 to all of a sudden a first down and 10 again. And there you see a good first down run by Chase Jones, who had 100 yards rushing plus in that first half.
11 combined penalties. First down and 10 for Poland. Xipolidis back under center. Angelilli comes in motion. The run play goes to Jones. He got cut down by Lipinski.
And that's a big play by Lipinski, right? I mean, he doesn't make that stop right there at the line of scrimmage. Jones may still be running. Let's take another look at there. See a good block by Angelilli up front. Lipinski down low. Does exactly what he needs to do to bring up the second down.
Jones fell forward after being stopped for a pickup of 2 yards. And it is second down and 8. They mark the ball at the 45-yard line. Panos Ippolitas is in at fullback for Poland. David Ippolitas looking to throw. He zips it to the near side, and it is juggled, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended for Vito Kamara. He seemed to have a grasp of it for a couple of seconds, but he couldn't pull it in completely, and so that will set up third down and 8 for Poland.
Yeah, pretty good protection for Ippolitas in the pocket. Kamara just unable to come up with a lot of traffic around that area. He might have been looking out in front of him a little bit.
Third down and 8 from the 45-yard line. Poland will send out Anthony DeLomo wide out to the left. 3 other wide receivers near side to the right. Kamara comes in motion. Ippolitas looks to throw. He got knocked down for a big loss on the play. May have even run in to his own player. He was looking for Kamara in the flat.
Yeah, it looks like he runs into Babiak, Andrew Babiak, one of his guards. But again, that's all created because of the pressure from that Indians defense. And Girard steps up and forces this punt. So whatever momentum Poland had from that big stop on fourth down near the goal line is gone, and now Girard will get another shot at it.
Kamara to punt, gets the kick away. Sloan waits for the ball. It'll bounce twice, and Sloan picks it up and takes a knee at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Girard when we come back on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Student sections for both sides out in full force tonight. They're seeing a great football game. Poland and Girard tied at 14 here in week number 8. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you from Arrowhead Stadium. Pearson took the snap, and another flag will back Girard up.
They're going to call that a Matt Doran. And really, that was influenced by all that movement on that Poland defensive line. You've seen them tonight shift in and out, slide down the line, and I think that one got Doran to jump.
So it'll be 1st down and 15 for A.J. Pearson and the Indians. Pearson tries to dump it off, does so. Lipinski makes the catch, and Lipinski got dragged down, and a flag comes in again, and it may be a face mask. It is a personal foul face mask against Poland.
And you know you're guilty. J.J. Fonda, after he made that tackle, looked up at the ref just to make sure, and then the other official on that sideline threw the flag.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So you start on 1st and 15, and the old face mask penalty, very clear right there. And it'll be 1st down and 10 now for Girard. Pearson sends a man in motion. Quarterback draw. Pearson up the middle, breaks a tackle, up across the 40, and he falls forward to the 41-yard line. And that's another 1st down for Girard.
You know, we talked about that earlier in the first quarter, how underrated the run game is of A.J. Pearson, you know, getting close to the 800-yard mark for the season.
Pearson will give it up the middle. It's up ahead to the 45, maybe even the 46. Tackle made by Panos Ippolitas. And it will be 2nd down and 6, it appears. Lipinski. In the backfield, it's a run play. Lipinski busts free Down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, and the freshman just continues to make play after play.
And think about it. He's out of position there a little bit, Lipinski. He's wide receiver coming in. We know that Sam Scott is hurt. You put him at tailback, and, boy, the effort's still there. The talent's still there. And on this play, the results as well. And we have an injured Girard Indian.
Looks like just some cramping is taking place at about the 30-yard line. I can't quite make out who it is. In the meantime, we can tell you that the area's best football players are part of WKBN's Big 22. The Big 22 is sponsored by WW Heating and Air Conditioning and by Northeast Ohio Impact Academy. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. And the injured Indian is Jaden Wade, who's being looked at. There you can see head coach Pat Pearson encouraging him. And Wade will slowly make his way to the near sideline and, in all likelihood, hydrate himself. So it is first down and 10 for Girard from the Poland 39-yard line. Pearson and Lipinski will head back to the backfield. Braxton Sloan wide out to the right. Two other receivers near side to the left. It's Algiers and Tremaine Kennedy. Pearson looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket. He will run, and he got dropped. But he was able to pick up some positive yardage, falling forward inside the 35. Cameron Hackstead made the stop for the Bulldogs.
Again, a sign of maturity that time by Pearson. He doesn't see anything down the field. Instead of making a bad throw, forcing the ball somewhere, just takes off the middle and makes it a positive play and brings up this second down.
Run play, open field. This is Lipinski breaking tackles inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line and in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. And now Girard will go with some tempo. They've caught Poland napping a couple of times tonight, forcing some timeouts to be called. And they'll quickly get back to the line of scrimmage, will the Indians. First down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Pearson, counter play, puts his head down, rumbles inside the 15, and he's down to the 14 for a pickup of 4. So the Indians now will slow things down just a bit. They'll go without a huddle. Pearson directing traffic. He has Mario Lipinski in the backfield. Second down and 6. The give is to Lipinski. He darts his way up the middle. Inside the 15, he's down to the 12. It's a pickup of 2 yards. Panoxipolitas made the stop, and there is a flag that came in at the tail end of the play.
Personal foul on a defense. Number 43 pushed the runner to the ground after the whistle. Half the distance, first down.
Panoxipolitas flagged for the personal foul. A little bit of extracurricular activity. Those kinds of penalties will kill any team. He pushed him to the ground after the whistle as we're back to it. Pearson takes the snap, finds an opening, and spins his way in. Touchdown! Girard takes the lead on the second rushing touchdown of the night from A.J. Pearson.
And Pearson, unquestioned leader on this offense, whether he's throwing the ball or running it, takes a hit right there near the goal line, still able to get it over. And really a complete drive there, mostly on the ground by that Indians offense.
Extra point try coming for Girard. It is up and it is good for Maxwell Erickson. 6:06 left to play here in the third quarter. Girard 21, Poland 14 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Well, this is the first Friday night that I can remember here this season. You see winter hats and blankets, people all bundled up. It's chilly. It's week 8. We've been really blessed. We talked about it last night. Man, weather-wise, this has been perfect. You almost just hate to say it, but you just hope there's not something bad coming on the other side of it, right?
Oh, yeah, we got to enjoy what we had for 7 weeks, and not bad tonight in the heated press box either.
21-14. Zach Leedy now. The Indians with the lead. He will kick it off. Leedy with a spiraling short kick taken across the 35 to the 40. Up to the 45 and ahead to the 47-yard line. Caleb Scott set a couple of returns tonight. 3 of them, in fact. As the upmen, the kickoff ended up in the same spot. Pretty impressive drive for Girard, aided by some costly Poland penalties, however. And the Indians in business. This time it's the ground attack getting it done, led by Mario Lipinski.
Yeah, they really chose to attack the middle of that Poland defense, whether it was Lipinski running or Pearson running. Everything seemed to go up the middle, even this touchdown to end it by Pearson.
First down and 10 for Poland from the Bulldog 47-yard line. Chase Jones is the running back. That scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. The Bulldogs will toss it to Jones, trying to cut the corner to the 45. There's a flag that comes once again, and it's in the area of what would possibly be a hold.
See, Jones a little slow to get up. We'll see with the flag here again. Remember, they started off their last drive with a hold on first down.
43 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
So the Bulldogs now moving in reverse. And it'll be first down and long. The line of scrimmage now at the 37-yard line. They'll need to get to the 43 of Girard for a first down. Poland will send out a receiver to each side. 2 backs in the backfield. David Xipolidis with 5:30 left to play in the third quarter. Looks to go to the air. Tries to dump it off, but was under great duress, and he just spiked that one into the turf. And now we have an injured Poland Bulldog who is starting to cramp up. You don't see a ton of cramping at this stage of the football season. Usually when it's hot and muggy, you see much more, but these two teams are leaving it all out here, that's for sure.
Yeah, both these offenses go at a pretty good pace. Keep in mind, a lot of these players playing both ways.
There you see Tom Pavlansky. So motivated coming into this one. Said it's really hard not to be excited with how his team has played. But he knew full well he would have his hands full tonight, and he has. He said regardless of what happens in Week 8, he goes, Week 9 is going to take place regardless. Second down and 20 for Poland. David Xipolidis takes the snap, dumps it off, and it's incomplete, up and over the head of Vito Kamara, the intended target. And it'll be third down and 20 upcoming. A.J. Pearson is once again in the thick of that incompletion.
And this is a perfect example of what happens when you get that holding call on first down. You get yourself in a situation where it's 1st and 20, now 3rd and 20. Very difficult to dig out, especially when you don't have that passing offense. Poland does a nice job of mixing it up, but mostly, relies on the run game. And now in a situation where it's 3rd and 20, you really can't do that.
Third down and 20 from the 37. Play clock down to 3, now 2. David Xipolidis, quarterback draw, 40, 45, bounces away at the 50-yard line, down to the 49. He's continuing to scratch and claw. He picked up a big chunk of it. It will be fourth down for Poland. And it looks like Pano Xipolidis' helmet is off. He's across the way, and I think he's upset why he does not have his helmet still on. Let's look at this in the pile.
Yeah, that looks like David, as people rolled over that pile, just ripped his helmet off. Didn't look like anything intentional or a grasp of it. Now the trainer's taking a look at him.
David Zipolidis is a dual threat. And he's a tremendous player. And he, too, is just a sophomore, just like A.J. Pearson. And so these two teams, these two quarterbacks are going to be facing off for the next couple of years. But they both have some high hopes for their sophomore campaigns as well.
You know, we saw both of those last year. Both of those quarterbacks kind of rotated a little bit, you know, becoming bigger and bigger parts of their offense last year as freshmen. And now as sophomore, the true leaders of both their offensive groups.
So Zipolidis is going to come out, obviously. 4th down and 6. And it looks like Pano's all fired up on that far sideline. Vito Kamara coming out to punt it away for Poland. And the Girard faithful starting to make a boatload of noise.
Yeah, Poland short a player on the end of the line.
And racing in from the sideline is J.J. Fonda. And Kamara gets the kick away. It's a spiraling kick, which will take a Poland bounce. And it'll roll inside the 10, inside the 5, and it'll be touched down right near the 2 or 3 yard line. And so, boy, Kamara with a tremendous punt. And that is going to pin Girard in very deep in its own territory. Indians at the moment with the 21-14 lead. WKBN's Big 22 includes the 5 blocks of granite, which honors the top high school football linemen in the Valley. It is sponsored by the Moransky Companies and by Coca's Pizza. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. So here comes Girard, 1st and 10. They mark the ball at the 3 yard line. A.J. Pearson will go to the air from his own end zone. Firing deep downfield, incomplete.
Man, you want to talk about trust in your quarterback. How about going for it all there on 1st down, looking for the big shot down the field to Jaden Wade. And had some separation.
Man, what kind of a play would that have been? 97 yards for a score. But it's an incompletion, 2nd down and 10. Indians are saying there was some movement. There's no flag that has been thrown. Play clock is down inside of 10. A.J. Pearson brings Lipinski in motion. And Pearson got knocked down as he crosses the 5 out to the 7 yard line.
You know, you never like to put too much emphasis on a play or a drive, but I feel like this is a big play here for the Poland defense, right? You have a 3rd and 6 situation. You know you can get the ball back. You'd hate for this Girard offense to get on a roll, take a big, long, time-consuming drive. So looking for a big stop here, and obviously if you're Girard, you want to get a conversion here and keep this going.
3rd down and 6 for the Indians. Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes left. Play clock down to 6 and now 5. Late shifting by Girard. And Pearson turns on the reverse. He will give it, and Poland was right there to make the stop. A little bit of extracurricular at the tail end of the play. But that misdirection play did not net much. In fact, it didn't net anything, and it'll bring up a 4th down play. As the give was to Lipinski, and boy, that Poland defense was right there. Angel Lilly made the stop, and now it will be Girard punting the ball away, and Poland will have a chance to get some pretty good field position. Lipinski gets the kick away. It's a very short, wobbly kick, which will take a sideways bounce. and it'll be touched down at the 44-yard line. So, first down and 10 for Poland. We're down to 2:57 remaining in the third quarter. Following tonight's action, we will select a player of the game. This is one player that has made the greatest impact during our game of the week. Our Player of the Game award is sponsored by Eastwood Mall, Stadium GM, and Soup City Designs. So back out comes the Poland offense, and it looks like Kamara is going to line up at quarterback. He has experience doing so. Kamara back under center. Kamara sweeping the left side, following a wall of blockers. He cuts it upfield, breaking tackles inside the 40, down to the 35, continuing to scratch and claw for extra yardage, taking a pile of Indians with him.
So not only did that offense help him get down the field, a huge block by Angelo Angelilli really sprung that run to begin with. You know, we saw Kamara quarterback a lot. Watch number 6 right here. I mean, that is a big block, and it really dictates where Kamara took that ball. And then as he gets stood up right here, his offensive line, and Panos Ippolitis, everyone going to get behind him and pick up another 10 or 15 yards.
That was an impressive run by Kamara. We have an injured Girard Indian that is down on the field near the 42-yard line. Kasher just joining us. Show you how this one has played itself out. Vito Kamara opened the scoring for Poland with a 14-yard touchdown run. Girard answered back with a 2-yarder from Mario Lipinski. Then A.J. Pearson pounded that one in from a yard out to make it 14-7. Poland with the equalizer later in the second quarter. 6-yard touchdown run. And then in the third quarter, it was A.J. Pearson finding the end zone, spinning in for a 7-yard touchdown. Girard at the moment with a 21-14 advantage. The injured Girard Indian is Alan Hess Cardona, and that is a player the Indians can ill afford to lose for any stretch. He's a tremendous talent.
And not only their leading tackler, has the most sacks on this defense, and it just has been everywhere on that defensive side of the ball.
So the line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line for Poland. And Vito Kamara will stay in at quarterback. He's under center. Kamara will give it to Jones. Jones busts it outside 20 down to the 15-yard line. Poland back into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Chase Jones' big night continues as he moves the chains once again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he just has that knack of finding that crease on the outside and turning his body and getting upfield.
Poland first down and 10 from the 14 of Girard. Vito Kamara looking back towards the far sideline, confirming the play call. Kamara gives it to Panos Ippolitis. He got stood up and pushed backwards. Drake McGregor was there to stuff that play.
Yeah, McGregor did a great job of just getting through that line and really just riding the back of Panos Ippolitis and brought him down. And he's not someone that's easy to bring down, to say the least.
Second down and 10 from the 14-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield for Poland. Vito Kamara is the quarterback. And Kamara turns and gives. Run play right side of the 15 down to the 11-yard line. Goes Jones. And that is going to set things up for third down for the Bulldogs. Inside 90 seconds left. They mark the ball at the 10-yard line. Maybe the 11. We'll see. It looks like the 10. On third down, Vito Kamara will give it to Jones. A race to the corner. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. And Chase Jones turns on the Jets. And it will be first and goal for Poland as Chase Jones continues to get it done on the ground.
Yeah, you look at this play, you think, well, certainly Grace and Mazeros are going to be able to track him down. But again, he uses that speed to get to the outside and turn it up.
Jones already has a 6-yard touchdown run. Bulldogs on first and goal from the 4. They will give it to Angelilli. Angelilli muscles his way in. Touchdown! 4-yard touchdown run for Angelo Angelilli. And the Bulldogs are to within 1 point, the extra point of tying this thing up.
Yeah, and Angelilli, who's blocked so well tonight for his backfield mates, this time gets the carry and does everything he can to reach that ball over the goal line and get into the end zone. And Poland, for the second time tonight, answers a Girard Indians score.
Extra point try coming courtesy of Selvi Karamusa. This to tie things up at 21. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and the kick is good. 58 seconds left to play.
So when you see a game like this, and we've had the opportunity to see Mooney twice this year, you wonder, come playoff time, do we get a local matchup somewhere along the line? And maybe these two teams see each other again, which I'd certainly pay to see.
Yeah, that's a distinct possibility, that's for sure. Hard to believe that 3 weeks from tonight we'll be watching playoff football. Aiden Vranchez set to kick this thing off for Poland. Mario Lipinski is among those back deep. He won't get a chance. It's muffed at the 30. The football is picked up by Jeremiah Hunter, but once it was recovered, that's it. So it'll be first and 10 for Girard with now 56 seconds left. But boy, Poland put together another one of those nifty drives, and it's that smash mouth ground attack getting it done. That's some tough running by Vito Kamara, and Chase Jones did the rest. He scampers for a first down, and then a short time later he was in for the touchdown. And that scoring drive is sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine.
I think one thing lost in the shuffle was David Zipolidis was not the quarterback on that drive. Vito Kamara was, and the Bulldogs still able to get that touchdown.
Indians bring a man in motion right to left. Pearson looking to throw, still looking downfield. He races to the right side. Pearson still looking downfield. He will run first down to the 45, and then he lowers his shoulder, got knocked out of bounds in Poland territory, and there's a late flag that comes flying in, and the officials run over to break up any possible extracurricular activities.
And I think they're going to talk about that flag. I think they're going to pick that up.
You're right. They did get together.
Yeah, that official was right next to where it happened. Kamara and him got tangled up, but nothing that deserved a 15-yard penalty. But how about this run by Pearson, able to get out of the reach of Pano Zipolidis, get down the sideline, maintain his balance. And you're going to see at the end here, Pearson lowers his shoulders. And again, I mean, you could see in that replay nothing that would deserve a 15-yard penalty. Good job by the officials kind of talking that out over there.
First down and 10 on the keeper. This is Pearson powering his way inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. And let's see if Girard will snap it again or if we will wait until the fourth quarter. We're inside 20 seconds left. And now inside of 10 seconds. And I think that's going to do it for us here. It is in quarter number 3. We go to the fourth. tied at 21 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. We greet you tonight from Arrowhead Stadium. Girard and Poland hooked up in a great one, tied at 28 in Northeast State Conference action. We're all set for the fourth quarter. Deadlocked. Pearson pitches left side to Lipinski, 40, 35. And there's two flags that are thrown right towards each other at that. We'll hear from Jeff Davis. And it looks like it's coming back because of a hold.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat second down.
So that will make it second down and 8 for Girard. Three wide receivers set for the Indians. Pearson finds a hole left side, backs his way in, muscling for a first down inside the 35-yard line. A.J. Pearson, the sophomore sensation, continues to make a major impact once again.
Yeah, when you watch him run the ball, he's only 5'11", 195, and that might be a bit generous, and just keeps the legs driving and somehow finds his way and picks up another first down.
First and 10 from the 33. Pearson pumping. He drops it off to the left side, and that play was covered very well by Poland. It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play as Pearson threw it into traffic, and really there was nowhere for Lipinski to go.
Yeah, probably would have been better off throwing that out of bounds or, getting rid of it, taking off himself maybe.
So it'll be second down and 14 now. From the 37-yard line, Pearson dumps it off. Lipinski makes the catch, 40, 35, 30. And he got tripped up at the 29-yard line. Pano Tsipolidis was there to trip him up, and also helping Dominic Delomo for Poland.
And what a huge part of the offense Mario Lipinski has become this year as a freshman for this Indians offense. I mean, he's done it all, and they find every way to get him the football, and he has delivered all season long, and especially here tonight.
Third down and 4. Pearson, quarterback draw. He spins his way free, dragged down at the 24-yard line. He's going to be very close to a first down. Pano Tsipolidis made the stop, and it looks like it will be fourth down and a yard for Girard. From the Poland 24-yard line. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, something to keep in mind as we get later and later into this fourth quarter. Two wide receivers to the left, one near side to the right. Lipinski is the running back. Pearson calls his own number and powers ahead for a first down to the 22.
Yeah, that time Pearson just runs right behind Matt Doran, who gives him enough space to get that conversion. That's a big play by this Indian offense, just heading right up the middle, puts his head down.
This is Lipinski. Lipinski. The football came out, and does Poland have it? Pano Tsipolidis has the football, and the Poland Bulldogs are in business. Wow. Unbelievable turn of events. There was a flag that came out, but it's going to be Poland football. And look at the celebration across the way, how fired up those Bulldogs are. See the ball squirted out, and Pano Tsipolidis made the recovery.
Yeah, hard to see who caused that fumble, but both teams have done a good job tonight taking care of the football. That time Poland comes up with a big forced turnover.
From the 22-yard line, Vito Kamara back in there at quarterback. And Kamara will turn and give. It's a run play up to the 25-yard line for a pickup of 3 yards. Stop made by Tommy Schmidt. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 situation. We're inside of 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter in a battle of area and state heavyweights. Vito Kamara takes the snap. He will keep it himself, and he got dragged down. Brought down on the play by Alan Hess Cardona. And he fell forward for a pickup of maybe a yard on the play. So off the turnover, the Girard defense stiffening up.
David Zippolita still out of this game. Vito Kamara at quarterback. You wonder if it changes what you do offensively if you had Zippolitas in there.
Chase Jones to the right of Kamara. Kamara back to throw, pumping once, now throwing long down the right side, and it's a flag thrown. It was intended for Anthony DeLomo, and the flag came out. It's pass interference against Girard.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 9. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Braxton Sloan is who it's called on.
Well, you could see him grab early on in that route. Not sure if that was a catchable ball, but that will give the Bulldogs a first down.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line in a 21-21 game. Bulldogs will send out 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Kamara takes the snap, heads around the right side, puts his head down, and continues to rumble his way inside the 50 and in to Girard territory, and it's another Poland Bulldogs first down.
Yeah, Vito Kamara is just one of those players that does whatever you need him to do. We've seen him on the defensive side of the ball. We saw a big hit by Kamara delivered to end that 2nd quarter. And now you thrust him back in that quarterback role. He punts. He does everything. There you see the numbers on Kamara here tonight. But you know, when you need someone to step up, especially when your quarterback is out of the game, you plug him in, and they haven't missed a beat.
Not at all. Play clock down to 5. 1st and 10 from the Girard 48-yard line. And the run play goes to Jones. Jones trying to bounce it to the outside. Does so inside the 45. And he's tackled near the 41-yard line.
Boy, something to watch. This is the 2nd play on this drive where that ball is not a clean exchange. That time handing it off to Chase Jones, who's had a big game here tonight. Had trouble with the handles there early on, and you know, we saw Girard fumble, and what a big momentum shift that was.
They put the ball back at the 42 of Girard. It'll be 2nd down and a long 3 for the Bulldogs. Vito Kamara takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, has a first down to the 35 and more, keeping those legs churning. 2nd time tonight we've seen him do something like this. He's inside the 30-yard line, and that is good, strong, hard running by Kamara, and it is a first down. And we have an injured Bulldog down on his back, but look at Kamara carry a couple of Indians with him.
Yeah, and look at him trying to rip that ball out. Girard trying to force that turnover, maybe a little more than trying to tackle at the end of that run.
Can't exactly make out what the jersey number of the Poland player who looks to be cramping just a bit.
Yeah, we saw Colt Arnold cramp up a little bit earlier in this half. Not sure if that's him. Can't see the 2nd digit of that jersey.
Following tonight's action, be sure to join Stan Boney for the WKBN Plus post-game show. He'll have scores, highlights, and a complete recap of tonight's action that is exclusively on WKBN Plus. Download WKBN Plus today, available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. So we're down to 6:22 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 21-21 is our score. Looks like Colt Arnold is okay, able to walk off the field under his own power after cramping up. And that clock continues to roll. Vito Kamara and Chase Jones come back out. A receiver to each side. Kamara takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Kamara spins his way free down to the 21-yard line. Another decent chunk, a pickup of about 7 yards. And he's perilously close to working his way inside the 20. Kamara's numbers now starting to pile up, averaging over 7 yards per carry. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Vito Kamara. 3 backs in the backfield. And Kamara will give it. This is Angelilli breaking 1 tackle. Second effort. Pushes his way back to about the 22. May have lost a yard on the play. Alan Hess Cardona was there to make the stop for Girard as we approach 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And you look at this Bulldog offense, no hurry to snap the ball, no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. You know, we know that this Girard offense is a quick strike offense. They want to take every second off the clock they can, but obviously the end result is they need some points right here.
3rd down and 4 upcoming. Kamara with Jones to his right. Kamara up the middle. Kamara has a first down, bouncing it outside and cut down at the 7-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal for Poland. Mario Lipinski wrapped him up, but the Bulldogs in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone.
Yeah, big hole on that right side, gets a block out in front. Chase Jones did, and the rest is all Vito Kamara and his athletic ability to get it to the outside. And not only does that give it a first down, it continues the clock, continue to count down here.
1st down and goal from the 6-yard line. And Kamara will give it. This is Angelilli pounding it down towards the 5-yard line. Tackle made by A.J. Pearson. I beg your pardon, that was Jones on the carry. 5 and 6 with the numbers rolled up on the jerseys. Sometimes hard to detect. So it is 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Bulldogs knocking on the door, looking to take the lead. Vito Kamara rolling, sweeping the right side, and Kamara in! Touchdown! 4-yard touchdown run for Vito Kamara. Poland takes the lead late in the fourth quarter.
With a caravan out in front of him. Boy, and you see that ball come loose. It looked like Chase Jones ended up with it. Boy, I'd like to see that replay again. Well, it looks like he extended that ball over the goal line before it came loose. But either way, good play by Chase Jones, just gathering that up just in case. And I'm not sure Vito Kamara is 100% right now.
He is the holder, and that's an important play right now. As Salvi Karamusa is ready to try for the extra point, trying to make this a 28-21 Poland lead here at Arrowhead Stadium. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:10 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Poland 28, Girard 21 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. The plot thickens here in Girard. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Poland now 28, Girard 21. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you on this Friday night in Week 8. That Poland sideline all fired up across the way, but when you have a potent Girard offense like the Indians do, averaging 50-plus points per game, this one is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Aiden Vranchez ready to kick it off, and he angles it towards the near sideline, and it is out of bounds. So that's going to give Girard some decent field position to start this potential game-tying drive.
Illegal procedure, free kick out of bounds. By rule, the ball will be spotted at the 25, first down.
But Poland putting together a pretty darn good-looking drive, and Vito Kamara in the center of it all. Man.
He really was, and keep in mind, he has experience from the quarterback position, having played it last year off and on with David Zipolidis, and, you know, he just put his head down and created offense. Good job by that offensive line, but when they needed a big play, especially on a third down, he was able to pick it up, and down near the goal line, with some help from some friends, able to get that ball across the line.
And that scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. The football is spotted at the 35-yard line of Girard. Lipinski is the running back. He is just to the right of quarterback A.J. Pearson. 28-21, 3:10 left to play. They pitch it to Lipinski. He's looking to throw, still looking downfield. He will now run. He got grabbed, and he's still continuing to work the legs. And he's up across the 35 and ahead to the 37 after all of that. Girard trying to go to the bag of tricks.
Yeah, give credit to Lipinski because that could have been a huge negative play. Once he looks downfield and there's nothing on that double pass, he makes something of it.
Pearson fakes the handoff, looking to throw, throws on the run, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Check close this one was.
Yeah, Jaden Wade believes he got it. On the run, Pearson delivers a strike. I can't tell. Certainly that Poland sidelines thought it was incomplete, but I don't necessarily trust their judgment right there.
I think it's a little bit biased, perhaps. 2:36 left to play, fourth quarter, 3rd down and 7 for Girard. A.J. Pearson takes the snap, looking to throw, all kinds of time, breaks one tackle, Pearson floats it, caught! First down to the 50-yard line. Joey Algiers made the catch. Boy. Improvising on the fly, first down Indians.
Yeah, just so impressive by A.J. Pearson. He's in the grasp of, I think it was Code Arnold, the defensive tackle, getting ready to sack him, and he's able to brush that off, still continue to look downfield and find his target coming across.
1st and 10 from the Poland 49-yard line. A.J. Pearson looks to throw. Pearson dumps it off. It is caught. Once again, Joey Algiers hauled in another Girard first down.
Yeah, just a sophomore, but absolutely zero panic. Gavin Seifert right there from the defensive end position, trying to get a hand in the passing lane. But Joey Algiers still able to come up with that reception.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. We're down to 2:15 left on this fourth quarter clock. Mario Lipinski is in the backfield just to the right of A.J. Pearson. 3 wide receivers set. Pearson looking to throw under duress. Block picked up. It is caught at the 30-yard line, down to the 25-yard line. And inside the 25, down to the 22. And the Indians will move the chains once again as Jaden Wade made the catch, and an injured Poland Bulldog is down on the field at the 25-yard line with 2:05 left.
Yeah, Poland decides to bring pressure there. You see the Poland defender fall down, Eventually brought down by Ashton Sattarelli. But again, no panic at all by this Girard offense.
Calm, cool, collected. A.J. Pearson, just a sophomore, directing this Indians drive. Man, what a ball game this has been. It's one that was circled on the calendar for a long, long time as the injured Bulldog is Cameron Hackstead, and he'll slowly make his way off the field. Now, at the end of the second quarter, similar situation, probably less time than is on the clock now, but that Girard offense was driving down the field, and Poland came up with a mammoth stop on the final play from the 2-yard line. There are the numbers on Pearson, 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, and Pearson will give it. Lipinski will run it, and he got grabbed and slammed backwards. So a short pickup on the play.
Yeah, you look at that clock, roll down. Both teams still have their full complement of timeouts, 3 each. Clock really not a factor at this point.
2nd down and 9. There's a flag. Looks like an illegal substitution.
12 men on the field on the defense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So that illegal substitution is going to make this 2nd down play a little bit easier for the Indians. As Girard looks to drive down and rally and tie this thing up at 28. A.J. Pearson fakes the handoff. He's rolling to the near side, and the play is blown dead. And I'm not sure why it was blown dead. We're down to 1:31 remaining. So a lengthy discussion now. A.J. Pearson is talking with one of the officials. Oh, they want to put some more time back on the clock. So 1:33 is what they want on the clock, and they got it. So after all of that, it is 2nd down and 4 for Girard. A.J. Pearson sends a man in motion. Pearson keeps it himself straight up the middle, rumbling down to the 5-yard line. Girard deeper and deeper into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone as Pearson taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, I don't think the clock ever ran there on that play.
Nope, it didn't. So 1:25 is on the clock. Yep, it didn't start there, so now it
should continue to run here.
And the clock will indeed start to roll. 1:22 left. It is 1st and goal for Girard, trailing by a touchdown. A.J. Pearson keeps it himself, and he rumbles his way in. Touchdown! And the Indians are to within an extra point of tying this thing up. Or do they go for 2, Ralph?
Well, interesting. And Coach Pearson is going to have that decision right here. You wonder if he's going to call a timeout to think about it.
28-27, Girard will look to go for 2, and we have a timeout called by Poland with 1:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter. unbelievable. The plot has really thickened up now.
And you know, so many times we come into these games, Chad, and they're like, it's going to be a big game tonight. It's going to be a big game tonight. And, you know, it doesn't live up to the billing. But I tell you what, it has here tonight from the beginning till the end. And now the drama here with 1:08 left.
Could this be some gamesmanship? Would they go for the tie? Would they go for two? They have now forced Poland to use a timeout, right?
I think they do. I mean, I think it's in their blood here. You know, Girard has been a high-scoring offense forever. They've relied on their offense for years and years. You put your trust in these guys up front. We'll see if they come back out with it.
So it all comes down to this, and the offense is coming back out for Girard. Indians trying to convert. The 2-point conversion and take a 1-point lead. And here we go. A.J. Pearson will operate out of the shotgun. He'll bring Lipinski in motion right to left. Pearson up the middle. Pearson powering his way. He's in for the 2-point conversion. And Girard takes a 1-point lead. It's 29-28 Indians.
Boy, you really show your faith in that offensive unit, that offensive line. I know we haven't talked about a lot tonight, but A.J. Pearson, who has done it all, does it again there with that 2-point conversion.
We'll be back after this with the final 111 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. A jubilant Girard sideline. Indians with a 1-point lead, 29-28 with 1:11 left to play in what has been an absolute thriller here in Week 8 between two state powers from right here in the Valley. Poland leading late in this one. Girard rallying late to take a 2-point conversion in. A.J. Pearson. Tremendous. Poland has 2 timeouts remaining. Girard has all 3. A little pooch kick, which will be muffed and then picked up. And once again, it is Caleb Scott on the return. So here comes the Poland offensive unit. But look at A.J. Pearson. Man, cool, calm, collected. On point with the passing attack and the ground as well.
Yeah, I mean, he just said, all right, I'm going to put the team on my back. I'm going to do what I have to do to get us into the end zone. Accurate passing, great hard-nosed running, and then just comes out with the touchdown, and then eventually this 2-point conversion to get them the lead in this ball game.
That scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. Here comes Poland on first down. Vito Kamara firing a dart complete to the far side. Kelly Mimo made the catch. So now 59 seconds remaining. Poland, 2 timeouts left. Can Poland perhaps get into field goal range? From the 48-yard line, Vito Kamara has been in at quarterback since the injury to David Xipolidis. Kamara to throw, firing. It is juggled and incomplete. Once again intended for Mimo, and that will set up a 3rd down and short play. 4 seconds off the clock. We're down to 55 seconds remaining.
Well, 3rd and 1 right here. Obviously, you're going to try to get this first down before you do anything down the field, but we've seen 2 hitches now, both to Mimo. You wonder if you're going to run that hitch go down the sideline at some point during this drive if you get that opportunity. But again, getting this conversion, I think, is the priority here.
3rd down and 1. This is Vito Kamara. He has a first down. Tackled at the 40-yard line. That will be a Poland first down with 48 seconds remaining.
Keep in mind the clock stops while they move the chains, although it's moving right now.
Vito Kamara takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's under duress, breaks a tackle. And Kamara towards the far sideline, throws downfield, and it is almost caught off the deflection at the 20-yard line. Wow.
Well, J.J. Fonda was there, but a dangerous pass by Kamara into a lot of traffic. Kamara does a great job to avoid that rush and then just basically throws it up for grabs.
Second down and 10 from the 40. Poland still with those 2 timeouts remaining. Second down and 10. Kamara looking all kinds of time. Kamara will have to do something with it. He will now stop, throw on a dime, and it's intercepted! Picked off! And that will seal the deal for the Indians! Braxton Sloan with the pick! With 15 seconds left, and the beat goes on for Girard, and the Indians will remain undefeated.
Yeah, you can't blame Kamara for trying to make something happen, but you never throw the ball across your body into the middle of the field. A very jubilant Indian group, and rightly so here tonight.
What a ball game this has been. Wow. 15 seconds remaining. And then the celebration will truly begin.
You saw on the sidelines, A.J. Pearson practicing the kneel down. That's not something we've had to do a lot here this year. Their wins this year have been by a lot.
Braxton Sloan with the play that seals the deal. What an ending to this one. Girard will move into victory formation. And soon this one will be in the books. So out of the timeout, A.J. Pearson, such a focal point all season, such a focal point tonight. He takes a knee, and the clock will wind down. Final score in this one tonight at Arrowhead Stadium. It is Girard 29, Poland 28. Truly a game of the week here in Week 8. We will visit with our player of the game when we come back. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Well, that's a big-time celebration for Girard students, the band, the whole community. They just witnessed a tremendous football game and an absolute thriller. Girard topping Poland in thrilling fashion by a final score of 29-28. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski back with you. It is now time to select tonight's play of the game. It is brought to you by our friends at Stadium GM and by Armstrong Cable, keeping you connected. Ralph, Pat Pearson going for it all. The two-point conversion run in by A.J. Pearson. That gave Girard a 1-point lead. That was the game winner when it was all said and done, as Girard wins a thriller by a final score of 29-28. And the Indians improve to 8-0, remaining unbeaten on the campaign. Meanwhile, a heartbreaking loss for Poland as the Bulldogs drop to 6-2 overall on the campaign. And Girard has also snapped a 6-game losing streak in the head-to-head series with Poland. Poland had come in and really dominated this series of late, but Girard gets the win in the end, 29-28. We will take another timeout and continue our post-game coverage after this. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Well, fans certainly got their money worth tonight Girard wins a thriller over Poland, coming away with a 29-28 victory in the final seconds. The go-ahead points coming on a 2-point conversion, courtesy of the young man that joins us now. He is our Player of the Game. Our Player of the Game award is sponsored by Eastwood Mall, Stadium GM, and Soup City Designs. Is there any doubt? Sophomore quarterback for Girard, A.J. Pearson. Here are the numbers: 217 passing yards, 134 rushing yards, 3 total touchdowns. A.J., congratulations. I'm sure your heart is beating pretty fast right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
To get a win like this, what's going through your mind? What's your emotion like right now?
This straight excitement. The whole town being here. This was a great game. Shout out to those guys. They're a great program, great tradition, and we played our butts off.
Tell me about that final minute, that final drive. They take the lead. You get the ball. You look
Love you, buddy.
Of course, a greeting from your dad. Tell me about how cool, calm, collected. How did you stay so even keel in that final drive?
Yeah, I mean, we have a 2-minute drive every practice that we do really well. We play fast. Adversity hit, and we struck the.
Tell me about the emotion on the sideline when you decided you're going to go for the 2-point conversion. You guys are an aggressive team offensively. You always go for the big play. What was your thought when you knew you were going for 2 for sure?
Oh, I knew we were going for 2 once we got the ball. I knew that's what they call, and yeah.
Tell me about the motivation coming into this ball game tonight. These guys have kind of had Girard's number in recent seasons, but how motivated were you guys to come out here and prove to the entire area what Girard football is all about here this fall?
Yeah, I mean, this game was circled on our calendar for sure. Big game. They got the best of us in past, 10 times we played them. So we were excited coming out here.
Congratulations on a great performance, a great win.
Yes, sir.
We wish you all the best moving forward in the Indians.
Thank you guys for everything you do for this. This is sweet. This is awesome for us.
Absolutely. That is A.J. Pearson, the sophomore quarterback for the Girard Indians. Girard improves to 8-0. Poland drops to 6-2. Ralph, your final thoughts as we put the finishing touches on this one. This was everything we could have asked for and more.
Yeah, we watch a lot of high school football from year to year into the playoffs and whatnot, but this was just a great high school football game, and I thoroughly enjoyed calling it.
And these two teams are going to be certainly a hard out when postseason play begins in just 3 short weeks. So that's the story from here at Arrowhead Stadium. It was an absolute thriller for my broadcast partner, Ralph Sandy, and all of us at WKBN. My name is Chad Krispinski, telling you once again the final score: Girard 29, Poland 28. Till next time, so long, everybody.